There are programs that say write a book in a weekend. I think you can write an ebook or a lead magnet on a weekend, but I don't know that you can write a book that contains your golden idea and is a book that you're going to be remembered for in that short of a period of time.
How long does it really take to write a book if you have experience in this?
Well, there are programs, not mine, but there are programs that say write a book in a weekend. There are others that say write it in 7 days. My program is 90 days. And at the end of 90 days, people have found their golden idea, they've written their outline, and they've written their first draft. And those 3 components are the hardest components. At that point, we bring in an editor. And the level of editing, and all books get edited. I mean, every book that Simon & Schuster or Random House or any of the companies that are the big publishing houses, they often have multiple editors on a particular book because there's different kinds of editing that takes place. But once we have a draft and we know that we are going to take people on a journey, they're going to go from chapter 1 to chapter 2 to chapter 3. And at the end of the journey, they will have received this person's wisdom or expert information. Then we can bring in an editor. The editor polishes it. Then it gets formatted the way that books need to be formatted, the interior design, the book cover, and then it launches into the world. So when somebody comes into my 90-day program, they can have a completed book in 6 months, 90 days to write it, another 90 days to do the extra pieces of the editing and so on. I believe that is a path, and I have a lot of people that have very, very successful books as a result of following that path. That's a very doable path. I think you can write an ebook or a lead magnet on a weekend or in a 7-day program, but I don't know that you can write a book that contains your golden idea and is a book that you're going to be remembered for in that short of a period of time. But it's not years. If you're taking years to write a book, then you're spinning in circles. Here's a tip. Many of the people that I start to work with think they need to put everything that they've ever learned or that they know about their topic or subject matter in one book. That's too much. People don't want to read a 300-page how-to manual anymore. 100-page, 150-page, 200-page max these days. People are on overwhelm. So they want the information in a simple way. They want to be able to consume it and then have learned something that they can implement and make a tangible result of having read that particular book. And here's the cool thing is if they read that first book and they really like the author and they like the information, they're going to read the next book. Because when somebody has a lot of information to share, it typically doesn't happen in one book. You think about Wayne Dyer, The Erroneous Zone. They don't even think anymore about that was his first book because he went on to write so many others. You don't want to put everything you know in one book. It's too much. It's too much for you as an author to tackle at one time. And it's too much for your reader. You want them to come back for more.
It also probably helps us test a little bit what is receptive out there by doing a smaller version of a book as well, right? Because we're listening to the audience we're serving in that transition.
Yes, very much so.